Hey everyone, this is Direwolf20 and this is episode 5 of my server Let's Play. I just logged in for the morning and it looks like my mass fabricator has been doing well. Got me about 8 diamonds over the course of the night, which is great. You can see my mass fabricator running here and some scrap coming in produced by my quarry. Looks like I'm almost about to get another diamond as well, so that's pretty neat. I do have to make that a magnetizer at some point. Maybe I'll do that today. Let's just drop off some of our goodies here and head back over to my auto sorting system and see how I did over here. Oh, a good amount of coal, that's nice. Not too shabby. You can see because I started a new quarry, I haven't really gotten down to the gold level yet, but that's fine. I also filled up these chests with glass and smooth stone, and what I wound up doing was, just because I don't want stuff coming through, I took the sand and the cobblestone out of the red line here, because basically I don't want to bother cooking smooth stone into glass and that stuff if it's just going to get recycled anyway. So basically, now that these chests are full of glass and smooth stone, I just took those items out of the sorting system, so now they automatically head over here and get recycled as their raw material state. And if I ever do want to make more cobble or glass, I can easily just re-add it to the diamond filter there. So, why don't I get situated and get something cool to show you guys. Alright, I'll be back. Do want to note that my engine survived overnight. Hooray! Finally. They were out of fuel. I just kind of refueled them up to about almost 3/4 of the way, and they just kind of turned back on now because I pumped some more fuel into them there. Got a good amount of fuel in reserve still, and I'll probably be producing some more of that shortly. Alright guys, I think the project I want to get started on today is a teleportation area. I want to pretty much connect all the different areas around the world that we're building here on the server with some teleporters. And the first one I'm going to build is going to be right outside my house, and it should be pretty neat. So why don't I get started here? I want to show you guys some of the recipes that you can build with the new red power mod. Marble, if you combine it in a 4 square like this and a crafting table, makes this marble brick stuff, which is pretty neat. So I'm just going to get a stack of them for now, and I'll show you once I place it on the ground here. That's what marble looks like by itself, and this is what the marble bricks look like. And they look pretty nice, actually. So both pretty cool. You can also take your basalt cobblestone here and get regular basalt by induction furnacing it, or any kind of cooking that is, of course. And that stuff both looks pretty good as well. You can either use the cobblestone or the smooth stone version. It's pretty much similar to cobblestone and smooth stone, except that it has a darker texture. And of course, breaking the cobblestone version of it will give you, or breaking the smooth stone version of it will give you cobble. So I'll let those guys cook up. Why don't I go pick out a nice spot outside? You can see it's already starting to get dark. And the idea that I have in my head is basically I'd like to set up probably a 32 solar panel, solar flower, connected to an MFSU, keep the chunk loaded with a teleportation pipe, and then what I'll wind up having is just like this fully powered MFSU after a short period of time, and it'll store enough power to teleport people, pretty much for a while before it runs dry, and it'll constantly get recharged by solar energy. So, what's the first thing I need to make for this? Well, I need to make a little bunker. I think it would be really neat to have like just a teleportation chamber or something cool looking like that. So why don't I get started on building this? Probably, I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want to put it so that it looks neat and is functional as well. So why don't I find a good spot here, and I'll be back shortly to build it. Okay guys, I'm going to build something here that I don't think I've ever built before for any of you guys. It's actually a pretty simple recipe and a really nice item. So I'm going to get myself some dandelion yellow here. I'm going to get myself probably another... Where's my lapis? There we go. Another one of these landmark things here. That's part of the recipe. And I'm going to need 2 golden gears, which is pretty easy. Wooden, stone. Oh, I grabbed the wrong number of things here. Iron gear, and then golden gear. You guys have all seen that a few times, I'm sure. Now if we put some of this dandelion yellow stuff, a couple of ink sacs, which my friend Zeldo happily gave me. Actually forgot I need a couple more things. I need a crafting table, and I need a chest. That's right, definitely never made this recipe before, huh? So the chest, the crafting table, the landmark, the golden gears, dandelion yellow, and ink sacs get me a filler. The filler is a buildcraft item, and it'll basically fill a area that we map out in a certain way based on a certain pattern. Now I believe that if I put down some blocks like this, no. I think I've got some bricks here. Need to put down 3 bricks, 3 glass maybe? Hang on a sec. Okay, it's actually in the filler itself. You can see I've actually never used this guy. You put down 3 bricks on the bottom and 3 pieces of glass on top, and that gives us a flattening pattern here. You can also go with all glass, and that'll give us a clearing pattern. It just clears out everything within the mapped out area. There's a bunch of different other patterns you can do. There's like stairs, there's all kinds of different neat patterns. You can check them out on the Buildcraft website or forum post there. But I'm specifically going for a flattening area. So let me get the materials I need for that, and I'll be back shortly. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do here is I pretty much mapped out an area in this general area. I'll show you some of what these guys have been building in a bit. But for the filler, I just need to basically knock this off here, place down a marker. You guys are familiar with markers, I believe. Run over here to this guy. I want to make sure that we're on the right plane. The right Y plane, that is. So I'm at 66. And this marker is at 67, so I actually want this down once more. And 66. And again, 66. So that's going to map out how I want my filler to work. Okay. And if I right click on these guys, like you've all seen before, it gives us our nice fancy red line. And I'm going to go ahead and place down my filler. Ta-da! You guys are familiar with that. And Zeldo's just teasing me here. And so, now what I want to do is get this guy some power. Now, I actually found out from Zeldo here, who did a little bit of testing, that the power requirements for this thing are pretty heavy. It's actually, you need 5 combustion engines running with fuel in them to function. So first I'm going to set up this guy with the filler recipe. And I need to get some dirt. And I'm also going to flip over my quarry and have the energy from the quarry heading straight in here, and I'm also going to sleep through the night. Back here at my house, I'm going to grab some reinforced stone. And you can see I made myself a nice little combustion engine. Let me get my inventory sorted out. Just clean some junk out of here real quick. So I'm going to go in my room here and I'm going to switch this power output to be frequency 6, which I haven't established yet. But I'm basically going to have the 3 engines in here combine with the 2 engines in my inventory here, and all 5 of them will combine to power that that flatificator filler thingy. So first, let me get some smooth stone here. I think that should be good. And back here at my little area, I'm gonna fill this filling resource thing with smooth stone. And like I said, I've never really done this before, so I don't know how this will work. And then I need to place down my combustion engines. So I'm going to put one on this side, one on that side, and put fuel in them. And since they're not going to be running for terribly long, it should be alright that I don't have water cooling them off yet. They're not going to get superheated just yet. And then I need to connect that power output and make it frequency 6. Oh, I forgot. That's an item teleport pipe. I need to combine that with some redstone to get a power teleport pipe. And that will be frequency 6. And I believe I got some redstone torches with me here, so I'm just going to activate both of these guys with the redstone torch, and then kick on the power from here. Here goes nothing. So, kick on this guy, and frequency 6 can receive as true. And look what it's doing for us. It's flattening out the land. Now, it should knock the top off over there. Spiffy. You can see it doing a pretty good job of building. Hope I have enough smooth stone for this. Gee, I'm gonna have to get some more, I think. I'm doing alright. Nice. And it should also knock all the dirt off the ground here that's above the line. Yep, you can see it happening already. So all the dirt that's under my feet right now are getting knocked off. And it's just flattening out this whole area for me. Very cool. And lots of dirt as well, which I will be promptly recycling. Sweet. Where's my black hole band when I need it, right? And we now have a flattened area. Now it's not going to replace the dirt that's already down with smooth stone unless I start, breaking this dirt up. At least I didn't think it would. Who knows? Maybe it thinks it's done. Or maybe it's out of smooth stone, I'm not sure. No. So let me turn these guys off for now. I'll just switch this to false. I'm going to try and maybe clear out the dirt from this area and go ahead and see if I turn it back on if I get smooth stone filling in for me. Alright, I'll be back in a minute to test that. So as you can see, Zelda came over to help me dig out this little area here a bit. And we're just going to clear out this land and then rerun the filler. I'll be back to film the filler running again once we finish clearing this up. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and activate this again. I want to try it with just my 3 combustion engines going. Yeah, maybe not quite. Let's try turning this off again. I think I need to replace the recipe there and turn it back on for it to run. Oh yeah. That's definitely not bad. very cool to watch. And I'm out of smooth stone. And it's getting dark. So why don't I go ahead and turn this off, and I'll be back shortly. Also dumping all my dirt in to get recycled by my chest. And because I cleared out this chest full of smooth stone, I'm going to go ahead and place the cobblestone component back in the red line here. And because this guy still has cobble going out the red line, I should get a nice supply of smooth stone coming back. And I just turned my quarry back on because I noticed, that running that builder seemed to be doing alright with 3 combustion engines. So I might just do the 2 that are out there right now and let this guy run. So I'm getting some smooth stone again, and I'll be back shortly. Alright, so I'm back, and I'm going to go ahead and fill up with some smooth stone in here again. And here's how I want to map it out. If I go like this, I get I think this pattern is called the walls pattern. And I think this will build walls around my area. So let's go ahead and activate these 2 combustion engines here. Now let's see how it goes. Oh, that's not bad at all. I think it's actually filling in the ground. Oh, I see what it's doing. Well, that's neat. I'm alright with that. So it's making this like the floor, basically. That's cool. I do actually maybe not like that. I'm actually going to stop this for a moment. I'm going to move stuff a little bit. I just switched it back to the flatificator thingy because I want to actually have the floor the way it was. So it just filled in the ground underneath where all this stuff is, and now it should start clearing this area up pretty quickly too. Yep, there it goes. Clearing up rather nicely. So yeah, I wanted the area that I was on to be the floor. And what I'll probably do is wind up having to knock off this guy and then lower the bar a little bit, the blue line. So I'll have to move my filler down 1 level and then, give it the walls pattern. Okay guys, I'm going to knock these things off here. Zeldo getting in my way, and I'm just going to basically replace this stuff on the ground 1 level lower. So let's give this guy a try. I think I need it to be like this. If I lay down these landmarks like so. Is that going to get me what I want? Maybe. So I'll put down my filler here. Fill in my pattern for walls. And it should be smart now and realize that I want walls around where I'm at. I can also go pick up my landmarks again, and I'll activate this in just a minute. Came back to my house here. Gonna flip this guy back over to frequency 6, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab myself another one of those golden teleport pipe things. Yeah, there we go. Golden conductive pipes. I don't want to use what I was using before. Now, because we do have bucket, we have the home and back commands available to us. The main reason that we left those on is because we were using portal gun, and the portal gun mod wasn't working too hot in multiplayer, so we had to disable it. So we kind of left those on as a, alright, you can use those in lieu of the portal gun. So let's turn on the power here and see what happens. Nothing's happening. Weird. Alright, let me figure out what's up with that. I'm relaying down my things here because I realized I didn't tell it how high I wanted it to go, and maybe that's why the walls weren't working. So I think I need to put one here like this, one here like this, and then I can probably build something like this. Should be sufficient height. Maybe one more. Why not? How's that look? That might be pretty cool. I can envision that being high enough. So now let's right click this guy. I'm going to just knock all this stuff off here. Now if I right click this guy, cool. So that's where our walls are going to be. Now let's replace down our filler. Beautiful. And I'm going to lay out the brick pattern that I want. And this definitely probably won't be enough smooth stone. Oh, look at that, it's going. Neat. Very neat. That is definitely pretty cool. It's filling in rather nicely, as a matter of fact. So I should get walls all around. Yep, there we go. That's looking pretty cool. Like I said, probably not enough smooth stone to finish this job, but I will... Yep, looks like I just ran out. I'm going to go ahead and get some more smooth stone here. There we go. Very nice. I like that. So I'm going to let that be, and I'll be back shortly once the finished product is done. Hey, look at this. We get a ceiling, too. The walls pattern gives us a ceiling. That's pretty nice. Alright, guys. I just finished up this room here. As you can see, I just put some skylights in, because I always like to do skylights. It gives it a nice bit of light in the daytime. I haven't filled up a bunch of torches or anything yet. We might wind up using the red power lighting system to light up this room. I think that might look pretty good. But for now, I'm going to wrap up building this. I'll come back in the next episode and probably start building some of the teleportation stuff that I wanted to do. But why don't I walk around a little bit and check out some of the stuff that's been building around here. You can see we've got some pretty cool designs. So here's Zeldo's area from above. You can see he's got a pretty nice solar farm going on up here. Probably a little bit fancier than mine. He's pumping up some water here into some teleport pipes. Got a pretty fancy area here where he's storing a bunch of his stuff. I don't know what's in there. These are the personal chests, so I can't open them. But he's got a pretty cool underground area too. Bunch of neat machines going on down here. This is his recycler setup. And he has all the scrap getting pumped out through here. A pretty nice system, if I do say so myself, that he's got going on. There's his refinery. These are some of the red power mod stuff. I'll show you guys what these are and how they work in a little bit, but he's basically got a reed farm going on here. I think this was a watermelon farm. So definitely some cool stuff. Like he said, he's not totally done with it yet. And since a good bunch of this stuff is stuff that I have not personally made, I don't know exactly what everything is. But I know he's got a much nicer cactus farm over here than I have. You can see he's got a lot more going on. So that's pretty neat. That's where a lot of his scrap is coming from. I'm pretty sure he has most of that going into some chests here. And he's using insertion pipes, of course. And any excess is going towards his recyclers. So that's just a bit of the stuff that I know he's been working on. You can see these guys have a lot of oil and fuel. They definitely store a lot more than I store. I only pull in a little bit every now and then, and they're definitely pulling in a whole big bunch of it. And I believe, out in the distance here, they've got a lot of recyclers going on. A lot of quarries. So yeah, as you can see, a whole bunch of quarries going on here. So I will continue to show some of the other stuff these guys have been building as we go along. But for now, I think this is a good wrapping up point for the video. I'm going to catch you guys all next time, and hopefully I'll be able to get this teleportation hub going. This building will probably be a little bit big for right now for what it's going to be, but in the future I envision just having a whole bunch of teleportation areas here. People can go and teleport to different spots in the world. So we'll see how that, how we do with that. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Hope you enjoyed this video. Take it easy.